Imagine a place where all can go to celebrate life's big and little moments, with friends and family to enjoy food and drink. A place that embodies community care, accompanied by an organization that aims to address food insecurity at its roots. Introducing The Local, a social enterprise restaurant owned by Food for Good. Grounded in sustainability, responsibility, and empowerment, The Local and Food for Good unite the for-profit and non-profit sectors to implement a new model of addressing household food insecurity. Food insecurity impacts over 4 million Canadians, including 1.5 million children. This is a community-based problem that is experienced nationally. Adults and children living in food-insecure households report poorer physical and mental health and are more vulnerable to chronic conditions. Current models that attempt to address food insecurity include food charity and skills programming. However, these models are ineffective at moving households to become food secure. Although a multifaceted problem, research indicates that food insecurity is tightly linked to income. As household income declines, the risk for food insecurity increases. The current approaches are not working, and researchers have stated that income-based interventions are necessary to eradicate household hunger. Following this directive, Food for Good shifts away from the food charity model to more of an income-based model of addressing food insecurity. In partnership with local franchise grocery retailers, Food for Good will provide additional income to purchase goods for food insecure households. In the form of retail gift cards, families will be able to re-engage with their community. This model further eliminates the stigma and shame associated with accessing food banks and meal programming, and places the power of choice back with the family. Food for Good will further partner with local organizations and create ads to ensure all food insecure households within the community are reached. Food for Good will not rely on donations or government funding to finance its programming. Instead, Food for Good will be self-sufficient by establishing a social enterprise restaurant called The Local. Cozy and casual, The Local will be a place where all can relax, socialize, and enjoy a meal. With a menu that focuses on financially accessible dishes, The Local aims to generate revenue to fund Food for Good while addressing systemic social class barriers associated with the recreational food industry. Until now, the ability to engage with the recreational food industry is reserved for a select few. Restaurateurs are concerned with maximizing their profits, which leads to high food and beverage prices, low pay for staff, and an unsustainable workplace culture. The Local will shatter the industry by deviating from these norms. The Local will not impose the traditional 300% markup on food that leads to expensive dishes. Instead, daily specials will be offered at cost, and all menu items will be offered at a modest price. To keep costs minimal, The Local will partner with local farmers, vendors, breweries, and wineries to offer nourishment for its community. Although the menu will focus on affordability, it will not lack in flavor, quality, or creativity. Revenue will be generated from numerous streams, including food and beverage sales, a multi-purpose rental space, culinary classes, and corporate lunch and learns. Additionally, The Local will offer space and expertise for secondary school co-op students, post-secondary school apprenticeships, and on-the-job skills training programs. To make The Local and Food for Good a reality, a social investment model will be used. Initially, this will be used to create The Local. Once The Local is self-sufficient and has returned all investments, The Local will channel its revenue into Food for Good. To determine its success, The Local will be evaluated by its contributions to Food for Good. The Local will continue to be innovative by offering seasonal menus, community meals, and other events. Food for Good will collect non-identifying data on its participants to monitor its social impact and to determine the community's needs. With aims to diversify its revenue streams, Food for Good will consider engaging in other socially innovative ideas to further target food insecurity. The Local and Food for Good will be a champion of community care, merging sectors to provide a place where all can celebrate and address food insecurity. This nonprofit social enterprise looks forward to serving you soon.